Avalara is unique because it solves a problem in the magic moment of commerce. In fact, it solves the last problem in the magic moment of commerce. And when you think about it, the concept of doing sales tax manually in a digital world is absurd. Sales tax automation, requires technology. And prior to the internet, you only had the biggest companies in the world that could afford to build an on-prem solution. Avalara solved the problem by democratizing sales tax for all businesses because we use the cloud and the internet in order to bring that automation to businesses of all sizes. We grew the company and we had lots of success as one of the top publicly traded technology companies over a span of a couple of years. But I always felt that there was something that we could do better.
In 2021, the market was at all-time highs, and Avalara was the top company in the space. It was one of the top companies in software altogether. We made an investment in Avalara when we did because the market had reset across broader software, and we saw Avalara as an A+ asset, trading at a much more discounted value. The thing that's interesting about the tax space is it's counter-cyclical. One thing we were not worried about was the importance and the stickiness of the Avalara solution.
When you're leading a company as a CEO, you think you're dialed in. You think you have the right program going. And what was fascinating to me in the process was all the unrealized potential that we actually were able to realize and act on. The value creation process that Vista brought is one of the most unique things that I've ever been associated with. I think there's probably been 4 or 5 things that have really evolved out of our relationship with Vista. And these are all things that you would say, well, shoot, why didn't you know them before and why didn't you do them before? But sometimes it just takes people to, push you a little bit in the direction. And I think focusing on the leadership team and getting them as a better working unit than what we had in the past. And what Vista does really, really well is acquisitions. And so M&A has been an important part of Avalara. We've done 27 of them over our history, and we've had a partnership with the deal team to do even more.
Scott's been an amazing partner for us, and one of the things that we've learned is just the amount of passion that it takes to drive a culture of a company of that size. As we position Avalara for an eventual exit, one of the keys is positioning it from an M&A standpoint with the large entrants in the space, and Avalara's market-leading position benefits it from that standpoint.
My vision for Avalara is to be part of every transaction in the world. That is what we wake up to do every single day in the business, and we think that we have the right solution and partner in order to make that happen.